Welcome to Web-Spec, a web application that brings the power of Copilot to business users that are not familiar with VS Code. This application has three main agents. It has the deep research, the product requirements document writer, and the technical document writer. I'm going to initiate it with my path token. This is going to give me access to my repositories. I'm going to select the repository is going to create a local. It's going to clone it locally. Then I'm going to go into the deep research, and I'm going to start by finding reference from WorkIQ. This is a meeting that I had this week, and it's discussing the migration of a database from SQL to NoSQL. So I'm also going to reference some Copilot spaces I have available. So in here, I'm enriching my context with Copilot spaces, with WorkIQ, and with my repo. So with that in mind, I can now start working with the agent to generate a working plan on how to go about this. So I am asking it that based on the requirements on the chat that came from WorkIQ, from the code spaces that I have available, to help me start planning for this. So you can see here it's thinking and it's looking into the code spaces, into the code base, and it's gonna try to start generating a plan on it. This application, one of the things that it wants to do is to bridge that gap between business analysts, product owners, product managers, and developers. So we can see here that it has created some documentation of what it needs to be done, but I am by no means done in working on planning this feature. I'm going to transfer this to the product requirement document agent. So you can see here that I have the contact from the previous agent, and it did some code base analysis and it found some things. I could create a PRD, but I really want to go deeper into it. So I'm going to say create a PRD based on the current context. So it's starting to look into the code base and in the chat and start planning for that Cosmos DB migration. So it's working, it's generated. I think it's creating all the way to user stories. There is some sample JSON there, some things that are out of scope, and I can review. And here's my opportunity to go and refine this. I will read this and try to refine what it was given. What I'm going to do right now is actually create a PRD on my repo. So I want to create an MD file that is there for me for future reference. And there it was. But the next step on my journey is to go into the technical documentation phase. So I'm gonna send this to the technical documentation agent, and I'm just gonna say create technical specs based on this. Now we have three agents here: deep research, product requirements, and technical specs. Each one of them are driven by specific prompt, and I will show you how to administrate that later. All right, so it's working, it's thinking, and it's going to start creating technical specification documents. Now on these agents, on this particular agent, I'm going to have two options. I'm going to be able to create it as an MD files on my repository, and it's going to create a PR and for me to review it on github.com. Or I could actually just create GitHub issues. And the idea is that these are so detailed at this point that I could assign them either to agents or to developers if I want. And in here, it created a documentation, but I could also create GitHub issues. So I'm gonna go ahead and create those GitHub issues. So all of those issues have been created, and now it is up to me whether I want to assign it to agents or not. So the knowledge base in this case is based on Copilot spaces, and I have created these 4 spaces that are available on the agents. We're also keeping track of sessions, and you can go back to a session if you wanted. In here, some of the activities started with me cloning the repository, and then started a deep research and then transferred all the way to from product requirements to technical documentation. There's some admin pages. These are the pages that allow you to modify the information that drives the behavior of the agents. You have some tools, and here are the three main agents, and then the agents that write the specs, create the issues, or write the PRD. Want to enable for your clients, that is okay, and I am able to switch repositories. It changes the context of the application. So that is Web-Spec, bringing the power of Copilot to a user-friendly interface, made all possible by the Copilot SDK.